Yeah, what up, family? Fashion. Shades on her. One of those days. One of those days. As you can see, Fashion been on the freestyles last couple of days. Bit of a sore throat. You heard? Um, no cold or anything like that. No flu. Sometimes it's going real hard, or maybe I mean, coughed the wrong way and anyway. So before I push the limits, I'm gonna treat this like a sports injury. See how fast I'm about to be that superstar season right now. I don't even want to come up too many decibels. Is that I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose what we got. You heard me, and you. Me and you, Miss World. Anyways, yo, for real. Fash loves to kick it with everybody, identifies with everybody. Yo, it's absolutely chameleon. Yo, dark light nation, full spectrum conscious thinking, meaning that we leave space for the next person because we want our own space. And as we want our own space, we gotta leave space for the next man. So if everybody leaves one arm's distance, we'll be all right in this, you heard? Um, I guess that's true for, Fast to take some of his own advice on that. However, um, there's just something to Fash. Something to Fash. If he sees something that's just not right, he's going to speak on it. And Fash has been through NAAA. I've sat on both sides of the desk. I got a 3.9 human services degree, psychology. I was a fiend before that from a car accident. Not a fiend. I mean, I was a prescribed fiend. Yes, I was a fiend. I was a prescribed fiend for fucking 3 years because when I had none about something, so it was what it was, yo. After the car accident, before I got sent upstate and stuff like that, yo, absolute setup, yo. So I could even see how sports people get hooked on it so quick and stuff like that. But we've been known this. We've been known this. So we're correcting a lot of these problems. So we're blessed. We're correcting a lot of these problems. Finally. After we had took so many great people out of this world. But listen, we're gonna get to this full spectrum thinking. So it's just like some things that I just have to speak about. Otherwise, who's gonna speak on them? Who's gonna? I don't hear nobody else speaking on them. And I do in their own little clever ways. But sometimes I see people speaking on stuff just to game. And for me, the message itself will never be held if you're trying to do it for personal gain, bro. It won't work that way. Um, Part of the reason this throat was actually developed, me and this homie had a hard debate the other day about the homie Malcolm X, yo. It's facts, yo. Me and this homie was locked up in the same jail that Malcolm X was locked up, and he first started thinking about fixing his life, yo. It was Calkin, Massachusetts. Yo. We go to the J buildings when we check in. It's like J1, J2, J3 through 6, right? I was in J5. Anyways, from there, once you're there for like I don't know a couple months or something like that, you finally waiting to go to your next. Because at the time it was like the movement spot. It was the classification joint. So at the time they would send you to this building. They didn't even have a name for the building. You either went to the east or the west, up and down, um, and maybe it did have a name. I'm forgetting, but yo, even when I was talking about it the other day, that's just how we call it, east and the west. So, anyways, the homie was in east. I was in the west up, and he was telling me the story how he was 2 cells away and how when he first checked in and OG had, pulled him aside and it was, telling him the history behind everything, trying to, a lot of times, some of the OGs have been upstate a couple times or something like that when you knew coming in and stuff like that. You know what I mean? I always try to gravitate to those with wisdom, but there is a lot of people that you know what I mean. Like some of the smartest things I heard was don't don't always don't always don't always chum up to the first handshake. You're the first person trying to make super good friends with you, probably doing it for a reason. Most things happen more naturally. But and I was in a position to be taught that I wasn't in the Marines no more. That not everybody was my friend. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But we're gonna get into it. So what I'm trying to get to here is this full spectrum thinking. So I always gravitated around people that kind of thought same. Now, Fash grew up in a mountain part in New Bedford, Massachusetts. It's a port city, so we've had many different nationalities, religions, what have you, come through our port. We're a mixed nation, bro. We're a melting pot, bro. And FASH was blessed with this, so much so that when I went to California and I traveled the world and I came back with this little shit in my hand that said that I could get a VA loan and buy a house anywheres in the world, and the government was going to back me up on it, so it was a good piece of paper. Yeah, I went back to my hometown in New Bedford because I want my kids raised in the same school system I grew up in with. This way they had the heritage, the soul, the culture that I did, yo, because I moved outside the country, moved throughout the country, and I seen a lot of people that didn't have such backgrounds, you know what I mean, such thick heritage, such cultural backgrounds, you know what I mean, so people that was ignorant to a lot of stuff, that know a lot of history, and was just in their place of the world. FASH has been talking about that in rapping lately, like, I'm starting to understand, I have understood it for a long time, but watching this game as a fan and then trying to participate, you start learning two different ventures. One of them you're turning on for relief. The other one could go either way. So I can't even laugh right now today. Is that, it could go either way, because you know what I mean, you can put out some really dope stuff, somebody could really feel it, and it brings back some positive, you know what I mean? Our brains are being reshaped. You do know that your brains are being reshaped to the notifications on your phone. Everybody does know this. We're on the same chapter here. You know, FASH went to school for psychologists. Believe me on this one. No, don't believe FASH. Go look everything up for yourself. But unfortunately, you gotta look past the internet somehow. That's the hard part. You gotta hard book the stuff. You gotta. Yo, FASH has been. Can I shout it? Yeah, I guess I can shout. I've been watching The Librarians. Yo, that's just dope. It's like the new Sherlock Holmes and stuff. I think Sherlock. Yeah. Actually, I ain't no spoilers. Anyways, yo, go watch that. The show's sick. Is that all right? So FASH be stressing sometimes because I don't want to be narcissistic, but at the same time, you're never going to tell me I ain't counting. You're never going to tell me I don't count. FASH grew up in the projects. Now, yeah, what up? What up, Brazil? What's up, homie? Familia. Yo, is that, so FASH grew up in the projects out here in America. You know what I mean? Our projects up here in Massachusetts, like I said, just like my city, melting pot. So the most cheapest place to live when you first touch down in these cities is Section 8, the housing, the projects, places that FASH grew up, places that a lot of these thick cultured homies. Yo, what up, Andrew? How you doing, homie? Yo, thank you so much for last time, bro. I got a lot of gems off yours last time. No kidding. Thank you for weighing in last time. I really appreciate you, Mr. Young. So, yo, so FASH grew up in the projects, right? Now, when I went to these projects, I went to a school called, actually it was after I left the project, I moved to South first, but it's all Section 8 housing, and this is what I was trying to say. So, all right, so when you come into these places, this is why it becomes a melting pot. We're the port city, you know what I mean? We were the whaling capital of the world at one time, New Bedford, Massachusetts. Everybody can look this up, Secret City. Not so proud of it today, as we learn a lot more about animals and stuff like that. And I feel they're beautiful creatures. I mean, I watched The Hide at the Sea. That's another dope movie, yo. I had to read that book for honors writing in college. It's one of those books that I've never had something touch me so sensitively. Like, it had me thirsty. It had salt up in my. It had me hungry on the boat with these dudes, bro. And it was a true story. Left from Nantucket, Massachusetts. Yo, I'm not gonna spoil the book or the movie. Yo, very good, both of them, the book and the movie. I recommend the book. Like I said, the book had, FASH could only read things that really entertain. I got the ADD. I got that. I can read 2 or 3 pages and I'm gonna fall asleep. You know what I mean? So even when I read scripture, I read in a small amounts. This way I could obtain it. Is that I read too much, I get sleepy, bro. So is that this book had me like that, had me glued to the book, and I up in the couch like, yo, I need a drink. I need some water up in this boat, couch. Yo, anyways, all right, so back to the projects. So we got the port city. Now, just like on the West Coast, and this is why I compared it to Compton, New Bedford, is almost geologically similar, bro. It's open in. It's like, again. But anyways, is this. So It was Brickwood Projects, mines. But you go to New Bedford. New Bedford's 11 miles by 7 miles, I believe, and I think we have 14, 15 serious housing developments projects. And then we have even like the old people projects and stuff like that. It's bananas, like where the ghetto, bro. So, and that's why I compared the two. So we live close to a port, and we have the cheap rent, so we get filtered down to. That's what Fash's family landed. I told you, Fash's family is only second German here. I got an Oma. My grandmother was born in Germany. Most of her kids were born in Germany. My mom was one of the first ones born here, bro. So, um, she got a job. I'm saying, proud of my own mom too. She came over here. She learned the English real good and stuff like that. And she worked at City Hall for over almost 30 years, I think it was. It was over 20, but almost 30 years, I think it was. You know what I mean? So, there's some pride in that. You know what I mean? It's pride for everybody in this struggle. And that's why fashion has always been for everybody in this struggle. It's always been an economic thing. They lie to you. They tell you it's about pigment. They tell you it's about religion. They tell you it's about freaking genders, how you feel about genders. They tell you it's about sex now. They tell you it's about how you feel on sex. They used to tell you if it was whether you like rap or rock and roll, bro. They told you so many reasons why we shouldn't be together. The latest one I heard, and it's got some relevance to it, because if it's going to come back to restructuring things and coming together and working as a whole, I dig it, right? But they're really pushing the state lines now. So if this is to bring each state to a whole being, to bring America as a whole, a nation, word. But what it really sounds like is everybody come back to your set. I've heard it in rap recently. Excuse me, like I said, Fast got this sore neck right now. This microphone didn't get that working. Yeah. So, anyways, so where was we? All right. So Fast got that short-term memory loss. So the projects. I'd be listening. So Fash, hip hop head. We're all hip hop heads in this. If you made it right here to this channel, you're probably a hip hop head. You know why? Fash spits off lyrics like can be, and that's the reason why I'm trying to treat this like a sports injury. I'm trying to take this a little bit more serious. I might even take a little break off the dailies and really start focusing in on some kind of first LP, first demo record, something like that, EP, something like that. Excuse me. Is because, all right, I have an important message to push off. I would hate for my first, I would hate the low, I was thinking about this today. And I know this is a little salty topic, but I can get us back to the project. Is that, I was on my way home, is that, I don't want to put everything. I got something to say. This ain't some, and I'm not judging anybody. I don't want to push judgment on anybody else's art. Everybody's art is beautiful. I'm a hip hop head for a reason. I love hip hop and rap. It's been the most beautiful culture that's helped me release ever, bro. Before I touched the mic, when the headphones was just on, when Fascists had the new mics, the mixer. Wasn't even playing for nobody. Had the headphones on at 3 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep because I know I was about to go to jail, bro. I was stressed the fuck out. My kids were upstairs sleeping, so I had the headphones on. So music's always meant something to me. Fast as that hip hop head. Now, growing up in the projects, these are the places I grew up in. Hip hop was strong in the culture, and it was so strong back then, 80s and 90s. Like I said, they put up these stupid walls of division saying, you either had to like rock or rap. You couldn't like both, or you're a poser. You know what I mean? That's what you're a poser. You're a poser. Whatever, bro. So that's whatever nowadays. And that's what, so much stuff is whatever nowadays that I don't want them bringing this stuff back in. I can't believe how they are really bringing ways of separation back in. So we got the states lines. I've heard it come out and rap a couple times. I heard the rep your set kind of things real hard lately. And to me, that takes away from unity. It does. It separates. It puts us back in ourselves, bro. Puts us right back in ourselves. We lock in. Y'all lock in. Fuck it. Lock in, bro. Like, Fash is getting there, too. Fash is starting to get a little bit nuts in this bit, just so you know. I got cooked up upstate. Still cooked up. So anyways, I told you I've been bidding with the children. When I put that to meaning, I mean that for a reason, bro. Because even when I was bidding, I'd be playing poker. I'd be keeping it real with the fucking homies on the block. But when I get my VI, it goes out there. The clean Joey goes out there. The same Joey that was on the poker table hit the chapel every time it was open. Every single time it was open. So I ain't no fake. I ain't no fraud. I tell you exactly who I am. I'm 100 all the time. Who you see on the camera, who you gonna get in person. All right, now back home. So the projects. Strong hip hop community. maybe we can agree. Yo, I just said this the other day. I told my homie the other day. I said, I said if we actually had to come together and make like some kind of universal decision, I don't think we could do it. Like, we don't even agree in nations. How could we come even as a globe? We couldn't make a global decision to say, like, if we really had to do something as a globe to save it, we're gonna have two different opinions on it, and before we actually act on one of them. Anyways, we got some thoughts on Earth. We're gonna talk some little bit of philosophy once we can get by this stupid stuff, and that's why I hate them bringing in these lines, because it's a distraction. It's all sleight of hand. It's all distraction. All sleight of hand. All distraction. Yo, they threw down. They fed that homie 6ix9ine down our throats, right? They fed all that snitch shit down our throats, bro. I feel he shouldn't have a voice. That's FASH's opinion, yo. I was talking to homies yesterday. I'm double down on that, yo. He shouldn't have a freaking voice, bro. Because that's all he's doing is going out there telling a bunch of people that you could come off your dirt by putting it on somebody else. And yo, I don't care what you say, bro. If you're catching a glimpse, if you're flossing your little jewelry out the car, bro, put it like that. Yeah, we'll keep it just like right there. You flossing your jewelry out the car, then you know what you're doing. You know what kind of vehicle you in. You know you're flossing for a reason. You know they looking. You're flexing for a reason. You're out of place, bro. You're out of place. Because I tell you what, I do know places in the city that FASH would be out of place if he was there, right? But if FASH goes down there, FASH gets caught up in the situation, I don't fucking know nothing, bro. It's as easy as that. I don't know. You ain't heard FASH's song yet? Yo, go look up FASH God's Kid. It's called I Don't Know. Bro, I don't know. No snitch, you motherfucker, bro. Now look, slide the hand distraction, whatever that, I ain't saying that word either. I don't like that word either. Yo, respect, sir. Anyways, is that, now look what they doing to the homies. They had this whole big distraction. While they were doing this, they were building underlining cases for all these fucking homies. What you think this shit happened in one day? Wake the fuck up, bro. FASH has been on both sides of this desk. Been on the phone talking to my people, hearing the cops talking to Bubble, bro. Sees big pictures like it's easy, bro. Like, all right, so I heard one of our blessed ones use some extra adjectives. Kind of made FASH mad a little bit. I ain't gonna put his name out there again. You could go do the research. I just put a link out there, so if any of you people are checking in because of that, yo, thank you, first of all. Second of all, there's a reason. I'll tell you the reason behind it. Now, you might see an alien. You might see a yin-yang. You might see a horse riding down the street, for all I know. You can see whatever the hell you want, bro. Listen, when FASH talks yin-yang and stuff like that, and you hear dark light and stuff like this, these are symbolic words, not for color, but for exactly what it is, bro. Dark times. There's many definitions to one word. So when I'm not talking color. I'm talking energies, dark energies, bright, enlightenment, stuff like that. And I get it. They like to twist two and two together too much. But yo, never ever in my entire life have I ever told another fucking human being that they were too something. Almost on anything, bro. What have I ever told somebody they were too something for? I can't even. Let me really think about this, because I don't want to be a hypocrite. I done told people they can't dance, go dance. FASH can't rap, look at him, he's a superstar. Yo, for real though, brother, like, why? All right, so we got these influencers, instead of encouragement, put up another wall, boom. All those people are just too da-da-da. Oh, well, thank you, first of all, for using the da-da-da. Second of all, maybe you ought to listen to your homie's tapes music a little bit more, because he don't like the da-da-da shit. I'm not even going to get into any of that. So you got all these freaking people with opinions getting heard daily. FASH went from getting 1,000 views overnight to like, yo, I'm lucky if I get 25, 30 people on my videos now. Started kicking the truth. This is what started happening. People watching, checking in. Yo, I appreciate you. Right now, FASH is totally organic. Does not have boosters, promoters, sponsors, nothing. You guys see it. I pour out my hot for free every single day. Been doing it for 2-3 years now. If it ain't in poetry, it's on these lives. It's Joey D. I give you me, yo. Leave that there for a second. All right, we ain't gonna go extra absorbent just yet. Um, is that all right? Back to the projects. So I grew up in a certain culture to where everything. Is that Mr. Young? Yes. Everything. So I grew up into these schools to where they would pull FASH aside almost, and I have been pulled aside, and they would cap. That's today's word, right? Because see, this is the thing. People love to be change up things. First of all, they love to change up things, and they want to be known for their new changed up things, and they want to be identified by their new changed up things and their new ways of life and their new acceptance and everything like this. And perfect, great. You want to live however you want to live and let live. So what you got to do is you got to create space for the next person. It's like forgive your brother, so thou shalt be forgiven. Just like that, you gotta create space for others, so that space is created for you. So never in my life have I told anybody they were too anything. I never, what, like, you're too clumsy to swim. I never even said that to anybody. That don't even sound like, oh, swim or drown. I want to see. Fash, I want to see. Fash, man, I told you cook up, catch that wreck. Yo, I want to see. Fash is out here on some swim or drown stuff. Come on. So I never freaking heard of it. But yo, for real. All right. So I see big influencers saying that, using these extra adjectives, and they're getting me to a point to where I was that kid pulled aside in class. I didn't even have benefits, privileges. I don't know what the fuck they talking about, but because of my pigment, they're telling me everybody that fucking looks like me is this. I'm like, word? From 6th grade to 8th grade. Those years, Bass was tortured for his shoes, bro. Huffies. Kmart kickers, Huffies. Had the little, yo, had the gear marks along the bottom of the sole. I think fast, and it'd be like that, yo. There'd be generations of kids. I hear it now. I hear other rappers, other artists speak like this, yo. Is that, yo, they make sure they stay with their fresh kicks and everything, their crispies and everything like that, because of situations like this. Growing up as a kid getting picked on, fast ain't alone. I ain't telling you nothing new. I know there's other stories like this, but yo, I'm telling you my piece of the spectrum, the Rubik's Cube. We all counting this, so it really starts annoying me. It gets really fucking annoying when somebody said, when I've been a part of something all my life and somebody tried to tell me I ain't a part of something. It's been 43 years that I've been a part of this culture. I was birthed to this culture. If you don't like it, you need to go. I don't know what you need to do. I really do. You need to accept it. You want space, leave space for the next man. That's how it works. I just told you that. But again, I don't know. If people had ownership and a monopoly on this culture, I think I strongly think you're leaving out a strong percentage of fellow human beings from the lighter side of the spectrum because you loose adjectives, acting like they don't matter. Well, we've been in the struggle the whole time. Some of us, I speak for myself, some of us were hated on just because. I've heard it. You act like I ain't in the earshot. Act like my ears don't work. I've heard it. That's why I say, why are we bringing this up again? We got to a place where all this shit seemed almost whitewashed out, black washed out, gray washed out, dark light, fuck washed out. Yo, speaking of dark light washed out, 2 members gone, Destiny and Brainwavy. See them homies repping dark light, let me know. We do have copyright on that. We do have a business on it. All right. So Just a little quick, because yo, and that's what I was trying to say before. Is this is so? There's no sponsors, there's no promoters, boosters, anything like that. Is that please, my family out there, share, tell, whatever you do. This is what FASH does for. This is what FASH could do for a talent, and this is why I offer it to the universe for free. If it comes back in blessings, it comes back in blessings. But if it don't, it don't. Is that if you get a blessing that could help this platform grow, and you feel like this platform should grow, please do. Drop the name, and just mention the name will do wonders. The only thing FASH doesn't have, I want to do is a quick little shout out for me real quick, is that I've been doing this for a while, and go look at the numbers. I've been at this 2-3 years, close to 1 million views. I put out on a daily. I very rarely miss days. I missed yesterday. I told you, caught a sore throat 2 days ago, over arguing over a situation. And anyways, all right, so here we go. And then, all right, so here we go. This is what develops me and what makes my spirit. So I could only speak for me, and this is what gets me into arguments even with my homies and stuff like that. Cause I could only be me 100%. I'm not a yes man. I can't co-sign bullshit. If it's on my heart and I feel it that way, I'm gonna tell you. It's the only way I could do it. Is all right. So I hear these people talking, using these loose words and stuff like that, like you're to this, you're to that. They're slicing off portions of the culture that I seen, that I know is out there in the world, because yo, I mean, it's in Detroit. I heard, who was Bubba Spock's, right? Yo, I've heard it in a couple different spots, yo, that yo, homies had it like me, and that's why I didn't come out there talking like that. But now you can't go at these kids and use that as their cut point. Yo, you get a different hit, boy. Get a different hit. Get a different hit gun. Hit me. I don't even know what to say, but I really don't. I hate, one of my biggest pet peeves is prejudice. It's prejudice. So things like that trigger me automatically. It does, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry if I feed too much into this talking about it. And that's the thing. You know what I mean? I want people to be more equal-minded and think of the other person, maybe perhaps listening to you. I mean, if you want to get at Joey G personally, I got crooked teeth, bro. I'm from New Bedford. My name's Fash God's kid. Fucking bring it on, bro. I just checked Sirius Jones on Instagram. That he retweeted. Yo, I tried to back the homie up. He put up some post or something like that. I was trying to show the homie love. I dropped him a hashtag. Boom, Sirius. He dropped another hashtag coming back with some kind of, I felt some kind of way, some kind of like wise guy slanderish kind of way. I went out and did a video. That's what FASH do. FASH don't react. FASH don't normally react on videos. That when I do these lives, it's usually to talk and speak and spend some time with the family and stuff like that. Find ways to try to help our family grow and stuff like that. It's not to come out here and react on somebody else's video and stuff like that. I see people doing this, and then during that video, they'll clown on people like giving shout outs in their songs and stuff like that. That, yo, in hip hop, that's how I grew up, yo. I grew up listening to these goats give props to some of the people, even Pac. You know, Pac, bro. Sir Bless, Prophet Tupac, I count him as one of the tops, bro. Like, all right. Paved the way, yo. He made a song about it, bro. He was respecting people who paved the way. He made a song about it, and I think that's like one of the top goals. Yo, hip hop's been going for a long time, and it's always helped people in bad situations and strife, and it's low economic fucking help, bro. And you know what's funny is the goats take over to get rich. All right, they get their blessings, and I'm glad they get their Solomon blessings. Fine, yo, you ain't even got to give them away. You ain't got to give your riches away. I like to, here's a reaction, okay? Here's a reaction, but it's not to a rap video. It's to another podcast. I heard, I don't know if I could keep name dropping the podcast. I would promote it, and this is why I say, like, we should grow as more organical and stuff like this. So, you know what? I respect Sir Math Hoffa, my expert opinion. I heard something on his show that said something like it was referring back to a rich person getting to heaven, because in the Bible, Jesus had pulled the disciples aside after speaking with a rich gentleman, and he had said the saying there, it is easier for a camel to get through the eyelet of a needle than for a man to make it through the gates of heaven. Um, so the homie blessed, wondering probably in his own struggle maybe. So sir, I'd like to offer you some of my thoughts on that. Is this, um, I believe if you don't, I believe you're perfect. First of all, I think you're well blessed off. You're gonna be all right. I think you're in one of those spots right now where it's like you're playing fantasy football and you got two number one running backs and you don't know which one to play this week. So I think you got a bad dilemma on your hand. I think you got the great dilemma on your hand. Excuse me. Is that the sir is blessed. The sir always talks well. The sir speaks well. The sir reps what he reps well. I don't want to put words in Sir's mouth is why, but I feel I feel as long as you don't you don't make that money your main focus. Stack up, stack up, stack up. Use it however you want. It's your money, you've earned it. Throw it through your family. Put some people on. Do whatever you want with it. Do however you feel. Whatever pulls in your heart to do with it. They say pay attention and stuff like that. Even on that, FASH is Catholic. You'll never see FASH put $1 in that plate. FASH will go outside and give that dollar. It won't be $1. FASH will go outside and help somebody face to face before I give the church money. That's how and that's my personal belief. As a Catholic, I'm allowed to have my personal beliefs now. So, and I'm not trying to put this on anybody else. I'm just trying to offer some feelings here because I felt one of my brothers had asked a question. That's how I treat Papa's family to me. So it is what it is. So as long as you don't make that your main focus, your top focus. Look at Tom Brady. People love or hate Tom Brady, right? But everybody mostly agrees. Everybody mostly agrees. That's so nuts right now. Everybody mostly agrees on the fact that he made a solid move when he cut his contract to allow other players on his team so that he could have a better team. Did that make Tom Brady not a millionaire? Did it make him not have less money in the future? It made him do the right thing at the right time with that money. So I'm gonna put that out there for just thought. You know what I mean? Sir, I believe you're very blessed. I think you rep the Lord well. I've said before, I think you're gonna have a high seat, and just like God, me personally, I don't believe God sees anything like we see. Anything. You don't see blue, green, purple, orange, black. None of that. I'm trying to name Fruity Pebbles and tricks and shit. Listen, is that I believe God sees our hearts as however He sees them. If they're bright, they're bright. They're dim, they're dim. I don't know how to explain the energy. Right? How would you look? My phone keeps going bright, not bright. I think I might be on to something here. Boom, it went bright just now, right? So, is that I believe the Lord sees our souls for what we put into it, and that's what we're going to illuminate to the Lord. You keep putting work into your character. You keep putting work into who you are as a whatever your religion is, because FASH don't just say Christian. FASH is all about you, not faith. However you get to goodness. If you use your wealth for goodness, I believe you are safe, because we do need leaders in this. If we gave everything away, we wouldn't really have any leaders in this, right? One of FASH's next freestyle was going to be something like that about too many chiefs and not enough Indians, right? And that's exactly what it is. And you hear me say stuff like that all the time. All these goats, no shepherd. We have people in positions right now, and that's why some of this stuff really annoys me. We have people in positions now here's a good example, sir. It's just like this here, and this ain't you. This is somebody totally different. Imagine this right now. Is that I hope you get to see this video. Is that imagine being one of these top, say somebody in your top 5, say somebody in your top 10 right now. Now, because I don't even know that all top 10s paid like that. Say somebody in your top 3, still alive, performing artists is getting paid well. Say somebody like that, and I'm not saying these people go down, but it's not politics. A lot of them do politics, and it's even that they do charities and stuff like that. That's what they're doing with their money. That's going to develop their character and what the Lord sees. So I don't want to lose track real quick. Oh yes, so it's all right. they're in positions, not so much that they even have to give their money away or put people on and stuff like that. They're in positions right now that they have so much money that that should not be the chase. They're in money. See, look, it just went right again. Uh-oh. God's watching. See, I don't even put it on the agenda. God is full and complete human. Human was broken, right? So if God's full and complete, it's not he or she. God's God. Anyways, that's FASH, God's kids believe. Joey G's personally. Anyways, so God talk, boom, 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 like that. So these people are in positions where they're wealthy, they're well paid. They don't have to chase further fame. They don't have to chase further anything. That now would be the time more than ever if they wanted to correct anything on this earth as a soulful human being, an enlightened, open mind, conscious individual. Now's the time. Now's the time. I've heard some of these poets and artists come out as true poets and artists on some positive messages and not make it because America wasn't buying positive messages and still kind of ain't because they like to buy the beef. We ain't totally vegan yet, I guess. Is that America likes the beef? Is that yo, banana shit. Listen, I'm swearing. Excuse me. On a Sunday. Excuse me. I apologize. Is this I believe these gentlemen, ladies, people are in position that some of them past chasing fame, chasing money. Put your message out there, please. This is me asking. This ain't suggesting what you should do or shouldn't do. According to anybody, this is Joey G asking because I believe you're in that position now to where. And it ain't drop bombs, bro. It's not drop bombs. You believe in equality? Show us. Get us there. God bless Sir Noré. He's on a fast from alcohol. If y'all are checking it, I'm sorry if I even took the homie on blast. It's that. I respect him so much for it, and he's putting it live on Instagram. He's been putting it on Twitter, so I'm not giving anything that's not out there on public information. Noré has been going fasting on alcohol. He's been going strong. He's a soldier, yo, and he's leading from the front, bro. He's showing people that he's doing it, and he's leading from the front. That's the leadership by example, yo. Uncle Snoop talked about leadership by example. That he was. I seen him on a podcast. I forget which podcast it was, and he had said that I felt like we failed as a generation to lead by example. We were living a life, but we weren't leading by example. I don't know if you remember this, Uncle Snoop. But it's exactly that, gentlemen. Gentlemen, y'all are there. Y'all are legends. Y'all are beyond legends. Y'all be arguing amongst yourself who's top 10, bro, because we can't even tell you who's top 10 because y'all know the better than us. Y'all are higher hip-hop heads. FASH knows there's an echelon here. But you can't say I'm not on the echelon. You can't call me private no more. FASH has done been on stage. FASH has done put out 1,000, 2,000 raps. Literally, man, that's bananas. Freestyles, though. I want to talk about that real quick because it's about these shorts. Hashtag the shorts, the shorts is a great hashtag. It's a great way to get some of your material out there at one time. Like I said, I was getting 1,000 to 3,000 views overnight by releasing a short, and they really put a stop on that. I'm probably at my high videos go like 3 digits now. It's bananas. It's driving me a little bit insane and making me want to just focus on the record. However, like I said, I want to push it off a proper platform. So, the shorts. I was doing the shorts before the shorts. I'm not going to keep complaining on camera. I was doing the shorts before the shorts. It's a Marine Corps thing that knowledge, our brain is kind of like a shot glass. And if you get a gallon of water to put in a shot glass, it should be poured in a little bit at a time. Otherwise, it's just going to, and consumed. Otherwise, it's just going to overflow, right? So, you're going to overflow with knowledge. And none of it's going to get consumed. Now, this is something that was taught to me by a fellow Marine, Jason Holloway. I put this to work on YouTube before the beta came out with the shorts, and then bang, beta, shorts, da-da-da. Now, shorts, all the time watch, don't count towards monetization, so FASH won't be monetized. FASH is looking at this like this. I don't want to be paid from the people. I don't want money from the people. FASH, gifts are gifts, right? Why shouldn't I share my gifts? So Um, it should come from the one percenters and stuff like that. It should not. Um. Anyways, and it never will, because FASH talks about the wrong thing. He talks about positive stuff. He challenge stuff. He don't co-sign bullshit. So until the world gets there, until we all align, to like what Sir Weezy would say, when a whole lot more of us learn how to understand truth as a language. Once we get there, maybe. But then, yeah. Oh, so back to this reverse adjective stuff. It's really annoyed me in many fashions because I've grown up in melting pot situations that there was no majorities. There really was no majorities because there just wasn't. There just wasn't. Nobody even really knew. It was kind of impolite to ask people's nationalities. I heard a comedian. I can't even say the joke because I can't come up with the comedian the other day. But he put it on the Oriental people, and he was like, you hear him ask all the time. He was like, but you'll never hear a white person be like, yo, what kind of white person are you? Sorry, I did use the punchline. I wish I could quote the comedian. If I can, I'll tag him. He was funny. But anyways, is just like that. It was like that, and for me in New Bedford in the 90s, maybe it was a lot of places. Fashion can only speak for what he's seen. Actually, yes, because I've seen it all over the world. It got worse once I left Massachusetts. And sometimes I feel we're still like that. We have some strong cities. We have some strong cities that know what this is about, that know what America truly is about. I'm sorry to say that. We have some cities, and it's not just New Bedford. It's not just Compton. It's not just Long Beach. It's not just San Diego. They are in every state. And maybe it's closely towards the city to where everything is kind of mixed in. Full spectrum thinking. Every facet of the prison counts. Otherwise, you don't get a beautiful rainbow, bro. No gold, right? There you go, Salomon. Jason. All right. So, because I hate talking about it. I told you it's my pet peeve. I feel if I came out and said anything close to what some people say in reverse, I certainly wouldn't respect myself. So I hope none of y'all would respect me either, because it just wouldn't happen. You know what I mean? Just like God sees your heart, I also believe He understands when I say the F bomb out of passion, or when I say the F bomb to insult somebody. There's a difference. When you say something out of passion and when you say something to insult, it's two different things. I believe God knows this. God understands Joey when He speaks. Now, if we are to be God-like, shouldn't we consider this into our minds? I just put out a rap the other day saying that it's been a scam, like this whole time, this school industry. We know that's a scam, but anyways, is that we're only allowed to, we only use 10% of our brains. Yeah, for y'all don't want to stay stuck thinking that, and for y'all that only want to use 10% of your brain, got to stay there. But FASH knows full spectrum. We all count. We all meet. So if we're to be godlike, and most of our good books tell us to, whether it be Quran, Torah, Bible, most of us say to kind of aspire to be. That's the reason why we're reading this good book. This is why we're trying to absorb these messages. Why wouldn't we want to look and perceive things as God does? So now, if I don't believe God sees skin and stuff, why would I? Why would I? I went to my neighbor's house. Yo, word up. You'll probably see them on the live soon. They're mad cool. Yo, I had some new neighbors that I seen pop up the other day. Not my nationality, different nationality, because it don't matter. It's a melting pot. You don't know who pops up on the block. He looked at me and said, are you new here? I said, nah, I just wondered if you knew here. We kicked it for like 3-4 hours out there chilling, yo. He knows mad hip-hop stuff. Kicked it for a minute, bro. Just kicked it. You know what I mean? It's like that, and it should always be like that, because yo, without that, we got the stigma, and humans are terrible with things they don't know. We get very funny around things we don't know. This is the reason why they're not going to let fashion super quick or nothing like that. People are strange to things they don't know. We prejudge things we don't know. There's actually, and I'm against prejudice, I'm against bias. It's another I told you, my pet peeve. But it's hardwired in our brain as a protective defense mechanism. You could look this up. So they say in the books. So I'm going by the books right now, right? They say that this is hardwired in our brain for us not to put ourselves in crazy situations again or something like that, right? So anyway, however the fuck that goes, take that wire, rip that the fuck out your brain, bro. Like, learn your lessons your own way. You know who fucks you, who don't. If you can't, FASH told you. Just like NAAA, one thing I'll truly, this came from them, and I believe I take it from their house. I say this: take the gems you need, leave the rest at the door. Yo, is that if you ain't heard I love you today, you're hanging around the wrong people. Cause I truly believe that if you heard I love you today, you're probably hanging around somebody that'll bring you in out of these situations. FASH lost his voice trying to. My homie probably did it too, trying to level off. You know what I mean? Please watch adjectives, especially artists in high positions, high influences in this culture. All these kids are looking at you. We don't need one kid to think that anybody is to anything. Jesus said, look at the world through the minds of a kid. Everything's anew. FASH is going to challenge you a little bit more. I'm going to ask you to look at the world through the eyes of God. How do you believe God sees you? How do you believe God's going to look at you? I challenge you to look at the next person at that. Because it's this. God's forgiving and loving. For anybody that don't know, God is very forgiving and loving. That Old Testament God is all done with. Don't exist in many cultures. Many denominations believe in a very much more friendly, loving, kind God, that if you love and kind to your next brother, you're going to get that love and forgiveness as well. So let's try to start thinking about this as we're dealing with people out here in the hood, out here in society, out here. Find yourself on a podcast. And they're setting you up. I get it. They're setting y'all up. They want you to say the stupid stuff. They want to put you in the point. Don't fall for the setup. Not all money's good money. That feeds into that. There you go. That's why, our eyes are on money. Our eye is on money. It's not the chase. Our eye is on money because money acts funny. You understand that? Our eye is on money because money acts funny. We need it, and we understand we need it to make the world go around and stuff like that. We don't need it to make the world go around without it. But anyways, our little world, our little civilized world, makes the world go around, right? Gets a lot of people in bad situations. So watch the money like that. This way, it's not an idolic factor. It's not above God. You dig? Get your money. Get your money, cuz. Get that money, boy. You deserve it. Word up. And I hope the sir knows what I'm talking to. I just watched that podcast before this one, if you couldn't tell. Anyway, so let's go. We get this money, yo. And so back to that, yo, is I believe that's the way we should grow as well, help me out. You know somebody, tell them about FASH, yo. FASH freestyles his butt off, yo. I remember I used to look up to a king, Unc Snoop. Unc Snoop was a king to me at a very young age. I seen that. I think we're about the same age. Nah, he's a couple years older than me, I think. Yeah, of course he is. Yeah. Anyways, but because I was trying to think, I was like, nah, I was only 13, But Unc was 18, freestyling his ass off, and that's why I had mad respect for Unc. Always is. Unc came out as a crazy freestyler. Yo, that's how FASH perceived Uncle Snoop back in the day, way back in the day. Like, if you watch Straight Outta Compton and you see Dre playing them, starting to play the keys, and then comes in and starts, you know what I mean? Still starts ripping it off. I believe that was FASH Wash, all of them, so I might get them confused and stuff like that. But I believe it was that one. And you know what I mean? So that's how I perceive Uncle Snoop on Rip. That's why I always seen Unc as dope. Yo, I love Tupac and Nostradamus because of their poetry. Nostradamus. teaches a lot, I think, about money. I believe Sir holds himself in a very respectful way. Um, so yes, I believe you can have money and make it to heaven as long as you use it right. As long as you watch it, keep an eye on that money. Keep an eye on that money. And it's not, oh my God, is it going somewhere? No. Oh my God, is it getting big? No. What's the people around me doing trying to get close to it? Why? So when you see FASH, just pass them on. That's all. You pay FASH, pass them on. I should get paid from these people. Just like this, I need watch time. Just like this, watch these lives. You want to put them on, put the volume down, put the closed caption on, read them till you go to sleep. Wink, wink. It is what it is. I need 4,000 hours. Get me paid. Yeah. FASH puts in so this is the energy I put in every day. Y'all want to put in the energy? The call to action is this. Yo, tell these people, stop liking that shit, though. Put like thumbs up on that. Yo, I looked at a video, 2 videos today popped up on my screen. Both of them were mine. One of them had 69 likes on them. The other one had 69 views. Now, I don't know if that's them trying to rub me the wrong way, saying that they don't like me going against their snitch narrative. But fuck their snitch narrative. A human being should not get off his, hers, however you identify. You should not get off of anything bad that you did, that you know you did, by putting out somebody else. They didn't get caught. You get caught stupid. Do your own shit. Because you all cool. You were cool in the car. Be cool in jail. Kick it with some whips. They'll look out for you. They'll send you some canteen. It'll be chill. Don't be scared. FASH is 7. Well, you ain't scared of FASH out here? Scared of FASH in there? You might be a scat. Never mind. I ain't even gonna go there. FASH is a positive person. Ain't no need to be afraid of FASH. Don't cross FASH. FASH ain't afraid of nothing. That's what it is. I told y'all a long time ago. It came up yesterday. I was just thinking about this. I was talking with another homie, and it was a piece of jewelry that I had gotten from the homie Pre-God BK. Stand up, you hurt? I was talking with another BK homie yesterday. That's why it came up. Is that I always said, always be willing to be the craziest mofo in the room with different passionate words. See, I can watch my words. Look how humble FASH can get. You don't think I need extra adjectives? Yo, okay. You don't think I need extra adjectives? 2,000 freestyles. About 20 swears in them. You don't think I could use extra adjectives? I made a decision at some point. It wasn't to act like Sir Uncle Will Smith, a well-respected entertainer. One of my tops. Overall, like Ice Cube, because they like mastered every single art of entertainment, bro. From comedy to acting to dance to freaking singing to everything. Yo, sir, total full respect, all flowers, the whole forest. You get the whole forest, bro. It's yours. Sir Ice Cube, Sir Will Smith. But so it wasn't to copy that whole idea of not cussing like that. No, it was to challenge my diction. It was to get my diction up, and it absolutely did help get my diction up. So if I have to come in here with some of these extra passionate words, and it is going to be what it is. That's why I'm trying to get my album pushed off proper platform. You down with FASH, yo? You down with FASH, yo? Ain't nobody on the chopping block, but yo, I feel like I gotta watch my own in this. I see a lot of people capping about people on mobile phones, rappers. Obviously, that's FASH. Been made a career off of that. There might have been a couple other people, but I don't see nobody putting it out on a daily like FASH, bro. I miss yesterday. Before that, I miss like 3-4 days a year. You know what I mean? It is what it is. FASH the Marine 24/7. I always help somebody need help. Somebody needs somebody to talk to. Yo, talk. What up? Who we got left in here? I see that little person standing in here. That Mr. Young? That you, Mr. Young? Who we still got in here? FASH would like to develop these lives a little bit more, so we get some ideas for a studio soon. Hopefully, here in Massachusetts, FASH has been waiting on some situation to come through to get his life back right. He's been taken out of life a couple times. You know what I mean? I can't talk too much about my last one. My last one's still being in court right now. Where he just had all, I believe I might have said something about I had everything my whole entire life thrown away from me illegally. Say 2 years ago. My Marine Corps stuff, everything. So I can't even talk about right now on camera. Maybe I'll be able to talk about it a little bit later. But from a 1%er who think that they could just bully, you know what I mean? So lawyer it up, see what happens. But I'm hoping between that, I'm really hoping this stuff like this. You know what I mean? Watch these lives. Got to get the kid monetized. So that I could reinvest into this. I'm hoping to, what's the direction on this? The direction is to get out a couple good positive albums and to open up a studio here in Massachusetts for some of these young kids coming up. Absolutely want to open up a roller rink as well. Studio first, roller rink second, only because of funding reasons. One of them is more feasible than the other. But I absolutely want to reopen. My life goal is to reopen the roller rink in the back of this, so everybody knows. If I get there, I'm all right, bro. I'm all right. Me and God, we slap hands. Thank you. I thank the Lord for giving me the opportunity to do that. You know why? Because I remember roller skating the regulators. I remember trying to hold that girl's hand for the first time, but skating up on the girl 3 or 4 times, losing courage and having to skate off. Right? FASH is honest, humble. They're not used to this energy. Y'all are beautiful. I challenge the game, just for that. Not the game, the artist, the game itself as an entirety. So please watch extra additives. Please include all our kids, all our children. Yo, you want to hate? Be like my pops. Yo, hate equally. Hate every motherfucker equally, like he would say. It's always been about equality in Fastest House, and that's why I love it. I support it. It's always been a paradigm of mine. I absolutely understand that it's not the same all the way across the country, but for us cities, Detroit, all our cities, I got a little taste of a little melting. Let's go ahead and spread this a little bit more. Spread it to the family. Let them know. Let them know we're here. We're here. I think that's about all I have for y'all. I'm trying to think. I do have to give I'm hoping maybe I'll be back on the freestyles tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a couple light ones or something like that. Not light meaning maybe that's something I've been having fun doing. It's just playing like different tones of my voice. So maybe I'll come out here and give you some of these little bassy ones. Give you some of these little bassy, but bassy. I do miss it. Y'all want to freestyle? Who's still in here? Want to throw some words on the screen? Do me a favor, throw some words on the screen. I should have been watching these. I have the computer in here. See, right now I'm doing everything off the phone. That's where I was at on the mobile phone app. So some of that stuff I take personal. I've heard a couple people say. I've heard a couple people say that they would take the cell phones and da. I've told them to come take the cell phone. FASH is Marine. FASH can handle his own. Shoot me the fair one. I bet you won't get my cell phone. And if you don't, all rights go to my children. All rights to all my material go absolutely 100% to my children, so that they can come on YouTube. If you try to use dark light, if you try to cap on my lyrics and use my videos, no, that's going to my kids. FASH may never see money in this lifetime. Hopefully, just as kids do. I'm just trying to pull up my page real quick to see if I was actually able to catch some of these comments, because it is very hard to read off the phone. Let's see what it says. Bam. Open it up. Does it show? This does. Shut that off. Excuse me 1 second. Please be patient for whoever's still in here. Trying to open up the chat box so I can see. It's not really letting me for some reason. This is where FASH is a little bit of a noob on it. Did I just freeze up? It's showing me frozen over here, but I don't think I'm frozen. What am I doing? There we go. Probably see the comments a little bit better on there. However, it's weird they're not showing me a place where I can see my live comment. Oh, there we go. Yeah, be that, absolutely that, right. That's how my pops was. My pops was, that's how FASH grew up. FASH grew up, my dad was Sergeant Arms at a Sidewinders. He toned it down to be a family man, and he always kind of kept that about him, you know what I mean? He was probably the first gentleman, he was the first gentleman to teach FASH what it was like to be 100% all the time. And, yep. Hated everybody equally, right? But towards the end, he had a big heart. You know what I mean? I think he loved everybody equally as well. I mean, I think he started getting closer to the other side of that stand. You know, people start getting a little bit like people are fearful of new things. Like God forbid this whole hip hop get back to some dancing and some love and some meaning and stuff like that, and people feel they don't have the material for it. Maybe people feel they don't have the energy for it. Maybe it's just that people are a little more comfortable in this more rah-rah gangster community. I ask everybody, please tone down your gangster. Especially you talking about tone down that gangster. Gangster makes me anxious. If we ain't in the cell, you ain't real. Bro, what you gonna drive down the block and sneak one on me? You still ain't real. I'm sorry, yo, I don't give no credit for anybody with these little sneaky little, no. You want to beef it out? You want to go in the octagon? Now I give you respect. There you go. There you go. Shout out the homie fair one. Now that's not something. Ain't too many people gonna shoot you the fair one. I was up upstate for a little while. They said there ain't no such thing as a fair one. Hey, they said ain't no such thing as a sucker shot. There's a sucker hit. Just a sucker getting hit. But now for real. If we're gonna keep it 100, we gotta keep it 100, man. We do. We gotta keep it 100, and that's why, you gotta watch about even playing back and forth about silly situations like that, because it leaks. It leaks. One, you could only be you. If you start pretending really strong on this, and that starts leaking into your character. I remember there was a time where certain people in my life would prefer it when I listened to certain music other than other kind of music, because some music would stir me up to where I'd walk around the house with an attitude chip on my shoulder type. Fuck's this guy walking around his house with an attitude for? He's got a family. He ain't got no beef with them. What's he walking around his family with an attitude for, right? But, rah, come home from some Marines, come home from some shitty company. Beautiful company, but a lot of work. Moving appliances, stacking appliances, 200 in a trailer. FASH gets it in. Like that, FASH works. FASH has put us back into a lot of different situations. This is just the latest venture. So yes, want to grow organically, please, if you know people, promote. Don't feed into this whole, if you know, you know. Yes, absolutely, if they're being respectful with it. If they're being disrespectful with it, it's just like that. Start seeing people like God see people. If they're using it to try to be slick, call them on it. Who are you talking about? Who exactly? Because some of this indirect, pathetic rhetoric be pathetic rhetoric. Not everything indirect is pathetic. But when it's slick, that is pathetic. That means you can't be a man and say that stuff man to man to somebody. However, if you're in a position to where you can't put yourself out there, you don't want to put yourself out there, because you do have to watch yourself, and you do have to watch your own front gate. That you want to learn a person a little bit more. That's fine. I understand stuff like that. That's not the sleight of hand that's waiting to sucker you. You know what I mean? That's the sleight of hand that's waiting to put it out and be like, come on, child, I can help you. I dig that. FASH is a humble man. We're missing that. We're missing that big time in this world. It's humility. But I'm gonna thank y'all for another live. I'm gonna start getting on these, start hitting these strong, yo. This way maybe we could get these hours time marched upward. We're shooting for the 4,000 hours watch. We need 4,000 hours watch, and not in the shorts. The shorts is, I know where all the good material is at. Somehow we gotta like whoop, bridges together. So that's what I was going with the shorts. Once the shorts picked up by YouTube, YouTube decided to not count any of that as time viewed watch hours, and that's where FASH has close to, I'd say, at least 750,000 views in shorts alone. You know, coming close to the million mark, but most of them are short, so they do not count as my time watch. So please, please, please donate some of your phone time to FASH. Like I said, even if you want to go ahead and put the closed caption, yeah, put the closed caption. You want to watch FASH to sleep, yo? They don't listen. They can't control what you do with your phone. So yeah, you do what you do. Tell your friends to do what you do. Put your friends on. Thank you very much, Mr. Young. Yo, thank you so much for checking in and coming out too. I really appreciate it. There's a couple of y'all I really appreciate. You're one of them. I went back and read every single one of your comments, as I will to this one too. Like I said, a lot of this I'm doing off the phone right now. I got the computer here in the background. I just turned it on. But so I wasn't watching the comments. It's very hard to see the comments for a one-eyed gentleman in this little phone. So I'll go back. I did read all the comments. I want to tell you I truly respect you, sir. Thank you very much. I'll read all your advice. Absolutely 100%. That FASH is looking for direction. FASH is humble. He's new to this. FASH, listen, I made it to the top of a lot of things that I made it to the top of most things I went into. High school D's and F's. Not so much in high school. So high school I got my diploma going into boot camp through summer school. So I didn't get to walk across the stage or nothing like that. So something was that no. But after that, Marines 4 years made sergeant. It takes most people 10. Boot camp, number one shootout of boot camp, that speaks for itself. Came home, helped Pops get this little company going. He's got a good business mind too, so I ain't gotta take that away from him. Came home, got Pops' business. When I went upstate, so for 1.2, I was the VP of that company. And we did our company 5 times. We 5 times it. We 5 times. If we had 20, we had 100. We 5 times. Whatever we were doing, we had all of Massachusetts. We had up into New Hampshire, down into Connecticut, all the appliance stores on Lock Road. We were doing our thing. Unfortunately, my father couldn't handle it alone. Went upstate, and it was what it was. As everybody knows that watches. FASH has a biological father, a stepfather. Stepfather raised him, telling him how to be a man, live off the land. FASH's biological father taught him a lot about business mind later on in life. So I was fortunate and blessed with both of them. However, also 2 hard losses. As both of them has passed. I don't want to leave the message there. That's a low point to leave the message. So we're going to bring it back up is that this. We're going to bring it back up that. So yes, Mr. Young, I really do appreciate you. There is, I'm just here. I don't know if he's in the crowd. I just seen somebody else check in, but Mr. I'm just here, Mrs. I'm just here. I'm just here. I absolutely appreciate you. If there are good times to come on here and communicate, please leave those suggestions in the comments box. This way I'll start tuning it in, do the best I can to appease the family, really, because it is that we're a family, so I'll do my best part to show up to the table as well. So if you guys do have a better time to communicate or come on and get together, go ahead and leave it in the comments box, the suggestion box, and I'll absolutely get into it. I want to start kicking a lot more philosophy talk. There's some crazy philosophies FASH been thinking, all right, I'll leave y'all with this last gem. This is little philosophy gem that I've been working with lately. It's actually a movement. It's on motion. It's on motion because it's on existence. So FASH likes talking philosophy, likes talking existence. He's got a lot of ideas. Wants to be in some kind of think tank. So here we go. Let's get our think tank on. So all right, laws of motion, right? Now, let's say this is what FASH believes is wrong with us right now. I believe we're missing a certain part of math. There's a reason why there's mysteries in this world, right? There's a reason why we can't figure out stuff. And it's not because the government hides everything, although some of that may be a little bit of a hindrance. However, 1% is whoever hides the stuff hides the stuff. Whoever whoever hides the stuff hides the information. But whatever information is released. All right. So, motion in existence. Now we are told that we are a universe that are growing. This is what we know. We're a universe growing. FASH always, since he was a little kid, seen the solar system. Since the first time I saw the solar system and saw an atom, a molecule, molecular structure, I saw the similarities in them. From the planets, the moons, the sun itself, to the proton, to the electrons, to the neutrons. FASH has seen a very close similarity, so much so that he strongly compared the two throughout his paradigms throughout life. So as we're a growing universe, I was thinking this the other day of something that might be messing our math up, and it's this: is we don't know the start and beginning of this. Now most math equations, they try to solve it to an equivalent, right? To some kind of sum, right? And you can't get there unless you have all the factors. Otherwise, you have that factor weighed in as part of the sum. So, one of those being spirituality. Spirituality definitely has to be weighed in as an X factor, because that's the whole human standpoint. You know, where and it's not just spirituality. It's a wow. It's deep. It's everybody's spirituality. Because it's perception, it's where it's reflecting from, it's the same. And we're not going to go deep on that one today. What we're going to do is talk about the beginning and start of the universe and why our math might be a little bit off. All right. Now, we know how blood runs in our veins, right? So motion, I'm going to show you how laws could be the same in two different entities with different start and finish, but the laws like motion, these laws will still completely remain absolutely the same. Now, all right, so we have our heart, we have our veins, we have our, you know what I mean, our aorta, we have all that stuff. So we know that blood travels through our veins and in circular motion returns to the heart. So it starts from the heart and it returns to the heart. We know that the heart is a good source and it's going to be pumping. We know more or less how long our hearts pump for, whatever. You know what I mean? We take care of them, this, that, and the other thing, whatever. We know what the source of our heart is. So we could do equations. Now watch this. The start and end of the galaxy, we don't know yet. We have theories. Everything's theories, nothing's law. We have theories on the beginning, and I don't know if we have any theories on the ending. FASH has a couple. But I don't know if there's any developed theories out there on, where this universe. I know there's direction and expansion, all that kind of stuff. All right, so here we go. So we got that, right? Now, beginning and end point. Now, we have a syringe. And I'm sorry if this is a trigger word for anybody, you know what I mean? FASH is absolutely sensitive to people who just stick with me. No pun intended. FASH is a pun fan and would never make fun of that. Let's leave it like that. So, all right. So you got a needle. You got liquid in a needle. Let's say it's even saline, right? You push that saline into the body, you're gonna have that same motion of fluid flowing, going through something, expanding. Gravity is gonna apply. Motion is gonna apply. All the same laws are gonna apply in this liquid while it's going through the vessel of a syringe, as it would the human body's circulatory system. However, different factors are applied to the syringe than our blood because of our start and end point. Our start and end point, our heart makes the blood, it returns the blood, da 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 da. The syringe that's going in us, eventually it's going to go through a kidney. I tell you to keep all this stuff in mind. We don't know what this earth is. If when FASH was a kid, used to think, what if we were just like a little molecule on a dog somewhere? So I'll say like this, so be caution with all these bombs. FASH was a combat engineer. Be caution of these big bombs or anything bad we're doing to our planet. Because sooner or later, all vessels try to get rid of its bad cells. You dig? So let's not be a bad cell. Let's be an enlightened cell. Let's bring it in. Come on, FASH needs on. Bring it in. All right. Yo, I love y'all so much. Thank you for checking in again, Mr. Young. I appreciate you, family, all y'all that checked in. I'll try to come back on here. Like I said, maybe at worst I'm gonna make it like an every other day thing. But if you know of a good time, days and stuff like that, go ahead and leave it in the suggestion box. This way, if you have a friend that might want to watch as well, you know what I mean, I'll absolutely tailor to that. And if you have any topics you'd like to cover or talk about, you'd like to know FASH's thoughts, opinions on, go ahead and leave it in the comments box. I'll absolutely get to it. I know anybody that leaves comments on my other videos, the comments I held, none of these comments, all the live comments I ran, but the comments I held usually for review, but I go through it on a daily, so if you don't see a comment up there right away, it will definitely get on there. I just do that to leave the negative comments on there. This way we don't have no fighting up in the comment section. FASH tries to keep everything peaceful. God loves peacemakers. God loves y'all for watching, bro. For real. Thank you so much for feeding into a positive energy. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Peace.